very good morning to all the respected managers. Greetings to everyone who has assembled here today. As most of us know, data security is an essential aspect of your business continuity, and data backups are a critical aspect of that practice. Data backups ensure you have a complete copy of your systems ready to restore no matter why the data loss occurred. Thus, I am here to deliver a speech on the benefits and risks adopting cloud computing for the sake of your business continuation in case the data is lost due to natural disaster or any other situations. So, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of various hardware and software services over the internet through remote servers. These servers are busy storing, managing, and processing data that enables users to expand or upgrade their infrastructure and retrieve files on demand. How does cloud computing work? Rather than owning their own computing infrastructure or data centers, companies can rent access to anything from applications to storage from a cloud service provider. What are the examples of cloud computing? Cloud computing underpins a vast number of services. That includes consumer services like Gmail or the cloud backup of the photos on your smartphone, to the services that allow large enterprises to host all their data and run all of their applications in the cloud. For example, Netflix relies on cloud computing services to run its video streaming service and its other business systems too. Cloud computing is becoming the default option for many applications. Software vendors are increasingly offering their applications as services over the internet rather than standalone products as they try to switch to a subscription model. Not all clouds are the same, and not one type of cloud computing is right for everyone. Several different models, types, and services have evolved to help offer the right solution for your needs. First, we need to determine the type of cloud deployment or cloud computing architecture that your cloud services will be implemented on. There are three different ways to deploy cloud services on a public cloud, private cloud, or hybrid cloud. Public clouds are owned and operated by a third-party cloud service providers which deliver their computing resources like servers and storage over the internet. A private cloud refers to cloud computing resources used exclusively by a single business or organization. A private cloud can be physically located on the company's on-site data center, while hybrid clouds combine public and private clouds bound together by technology that allows data and application to be shared between them. Ladies and gentlemen, there are several advantages of cloud computing, hence please allow me to explain it to you. Cloud computing operates on a similar principles as web-based email clients, allowing users to access all of the features and files of the system without having to keep the bulk of that system on their own computers. In fact, most people already use a variety of cloud computing services without even realizing it. Gmail, Google Drive, TurboTax, and even Facebook and Instagram are all cloud-based applications. For all of these services, users are sending their personal data to a cloud-hosted server that stores the information for later access. And as useful as these applications are for personal use, they are even more valuable for businesses that need to be able to access large amounts of data over a secure online network connection. For example, employees can access customer information via cloud-based CRM software like Salesforce from their smartphone or tablet at home or while traveling, and can quickly share that information with other authorized parties anywhere in the world. Still, there are those leaders that are remaining hesitant about committing to cloud computing solutions for their organizations. So, I would like to take a few minutes and explain business advantages of cloud computing. The first one is cost savings. If you are worried about the price tag that would come with making the switch to cloud computing, you are not alone. 20% of organizations are concerned about the initial cost of implementing a cloud-based server. But those who are attempting to weigh the advantages and disadvantages of using the cloud need to consider more factors than just initial price they need to consider. Once you are on the cloud, easy access to your company's data will save time and money in project startups. And for those who are worried that they will end up paying for features that they neither need nor want, most cloud computing services are pay as you go. This means that if you don't take advantage of what the cloud has to offer, then at least you won't have to be dropping money on it. The pay-as-you-go system also applies to the data storage space needed to service your stakeholders and clients, which means that you will get exactly as much space as you need and not be charged for any space that you don't. Taken together, these factors result in lower costs and higher returns. The next one is security. Many organizations have security concerns when it comes to adopting a cloud computing solution. After all, when files, programs, and other data are not kept securely on site, how can you know that they are being protected? If you can remotely access your data, then what is stopping a cyber criminal from doing the same thing? Well, quite a bit actually. For one thing, a cloud host's full-time job is to carefully monitor security, which is significantly more efficient than a conventional in-house system, where an organization must divide its effort between a myriad of IT concerns, with security being only one of them. And while most businesses do not like to openly consider the possibility of internal data theft, the truth is that a staggeringly high percentage of data theft occur internally and are perpetrated by employees. When this is the case, it can actually be much safer to keep sensitive information off-site. Of course, this is all very abstract, so let's consider some solid statistics. Rapid Skills claims that 94% of businesses saw an improvement in security after switching to the cloud, and 91% say the cloud makes it easier to meet government compliance requirements. The key to this security is the encryption of data being transmitted over networks and stored in databases. By using encryption, information is less accessible by hackers or anyone not authorized to view your data. As an added security measure, with most cloud-based services, different security settings can be set based on the user. While 20% of cloud users claim disaster recovery in 4 hours or less, only 9% of cloud users could claim the same. The next one is flexibility. Your business has only a finite amount of focus to divide between all of its responsibility. If your current IT solutions are forcing you to commit too much of your attention to computer and data storage issues, then you are not going to be able to concentrate on reaching business goals and satisfying customers. On the other hand, by relying on an outside organization to take care of all IT hosting and infrastructure, you will have more time to devote toward the aspects of your business that directly affect your bottom line. The cloud offers businesses more flexibility overall versus hosting on a local server. And if you need extra bandwidth, a cloud-based service can meet that demand instantly rather than undergoing a complex update to your IT infrastructure. This improved freedom and flexibility can make a significant difference to the overall efficiency of your organization. And the last one is mobility. Cloud computing allows mobile access to corporate data via smartphones and devices, which, considering over 2.6 billion smartphones are being used globally today, is a great way to ensure that no one is ever left out of the loop. Staff with busy schedules or who live a long way away from the corporate office can use this feature to keep instantly up to date with clients and co-workers. Through the cloud, you can offer conveniently accessible information to sales staff who travel, freelance employees, or remote employees for better work-life balance. Therefore, it is not surprising to see that organizations with employee satisfaction listed as a priority are up to 24% more likely to expand to explain cloud usage. Ladies and gentlemen, like everything, there is a good side and bad side, so do cloud computing. It has its own disadvantages or risks. The first one is environmental security. The concentration of computing resources and users in a cloud environment also represents a concentration of security threat. Because of their size and significance, cloud environments are often targeted by virtual machines and bot malware, brute force attacks, and other attacks. The next risk is data privacy and security. Hosting confidential data with cloud service providers involve the transfer of a considerable amount of an organization's control over data security to the provider. The next one is data availability and business continuity. A major risk to business continuity in the cloud computing environment is loss of internet connectivity. If a vulnerability is identified, you may have to terminate all access to the cloud provider until it is rectified. Finally, the seizure of a data hosting server by law enforcement agencies may result in the interruption of unrelated services stored on the same machine. And the last one is disaster recovery. Hosting your computer resources and data with a cloud provider makes the cloud provider's disaster recovery capabilities vitally important to your company's disaster recovery plans. So, cloud computing seems to be the way of the future, but be cautious to secure your business while you take use of the cloud technology. However, in the end, you are the person who will decide whether you need to adopt cloud computing or not. Take your time to think carefully and decide wisely. Thank you, everyone.